Okay, in this video, I am going to show you guys how to convert a color Illustrator file and convert it to grayscale. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is, of course, create a new page in InDesign. All right, I'll just accept all of the defaults. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a color logo. It's the Carnival Cruise Lines color logo that I downloaded from the internet, and I'm going to place it in this InDesign document. All right, so I go File, drop down to Place, and then I'm going to navigate my way to my desktop, and there it is right there. I'll open it up, and I will place it on the document. All right, okay. And as you can see, it's kind of crumbly, so I'm going to go to View, go down to Display Performance, and make that high quality so that it doesn't look so horrible. All right, so here we go. All right, now, the first thing I want to do is I need to open it up in Illustrator in the native application, and I have to make sure that the color mode is correct. So what you can do is you just mouse over the logo, Option Command on the Mac, and that's of course Control Alt on the PC, double click, and it will open up the Illustrator in its native application, which of course is Illustrator. So as you can see, this particular image is the RGB color space. Well, actually, for print production, it needs to be in CMYK. So we'll go over here to File, drop down to Color Mode, and just switch over to CMYK. So now you can see it's in CMYK color space, and that's good. Now, to convert this thing to grayscale, I'm going to do a Command A. So I select all, or Control A if you're on the PC, select the entire image, go over to Edit, drop down to it says Edit Colors, and then slide over to it says Convert to Grayscale. Now at this point, it has removed all of its color attributes, and it is now a grayscale item in the CMYK color mode. So I'm going to save this thing. I'm going to save it as, I'll call it CMYK. Okay, and then I'll save it to my desktop. I'll say OK. Okay, now that it has finished saving, I'm going to close this down, and we're going to take a look and see what this looks like in InDesign. So let me close this down and get this out the way. So right now, as I'm in InDesign, when I go over to view my color separations, I'll go up to Windows, drop down to where it says Output, slide over to where it says Separation Preview. Now this is the color version, so I'll say Separations On, and as you can see, when I click on here my CMYK values, all right, if I click off on the black, all right, it'll show you basically if this was cyan, this is what would print on the blue plate. All right, I come over here to magenta, that's what would print on the magenta plate. I come over here, that's what would print on the yellow plate, and I come over here, and that's what would print on the black plate. And of course, when they're all combined, CMYK, it's going to look like this. All right, great. Let's get this and replace this with the grayscale version that we just created. So I'm going to replace that image. I'm going to navigate my way to my desktop. I'll get my CMYK version, come here. All right, and we'll put that in place. All right, and here it is. Now let's take a look at the separations. If I click off on cyan, magenta, and yellow, you'll see the only thing that's going to print is black. If I click on the yellow and hide the black, nothing. Magenta, hide the yellow, nothing. Cyan, hide the yellow, nothing. But of course, CMYK, there's only going to be one color printing, that's going to be black. So that's how you can take an Illustrator file and you can take a full color Illustrator file, and you can convert it to grayscale in Illustrator, and then you can bring it into InDesign and not have to compose it in Photoshop. You can just keep it in Illustrator and then build that grayscale item in your layout if you're doing a black and white